It's that time of the year again. I got a great idea tonight in yoga while doing a downward facing dog, because don't all of our good ideas come when we're either naked in the shower or driving or in an otherwise compromising position? It's that time of the year when everything turns orange and brown and everything is pumpkin spice latte. So they have a lot of calories in them, and I thought I would just see if we could do like an athletic, high protein version of a pumpkin spice latte. So I'm going to experiment and wish me luck. For my first experiment, I mixed 2 scoops of Starbucks coffee. Starbucks coffee is the best. And 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice. I used the level 4 on my coffee pot, which is about 2.5 cups of water. I brewed that and let it cool. I poured the cooled mixture into my shake container. I added, I think, about 12 ice cubes, and then I added my vanilla protein in there and shook it up over the sink, and that's what it looked like. This had a very good flavor. It was a little bit bitter. I thought maybe the coffee was a little bit overpowering the pumpkin spice flavor. For my second experiment, I also used 2 scoops of Starbucks coffee, but I made homemade pumpkin pie spice. I used the ginger that I had on hand, cinnamon, and nutmeg. I did not have any allspice, but you can see on the ingredients label that those are the 4 things in pumpkin pie spice. I used a tablespoon each of nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger. I brewed it as before, finished it up, let it cool, used the level 4 on the coffee, Mr. Coffee, and did the same procedure. This version was also very tasty. On day 3, I actually left off the coffee, and as much as I'm a coffee lover, I have to admit that I preferred the pumpkin spice vanilla protein shake more than I did the pumpkin spice latte protein shake. On day 4, I tried something different. I used the 3 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice, the store-bought type, and the level 4 on my coffee, which was about 2.5 cups of water, but I heated the water up this time and poured it over the spices that were placed in a filter inside of a wire colander. You can see what it looks like. It took a little bit longer for the water to go through this. It was kind of stalling up in the coffee pot, and I thought perhaps this might be a little bit better way. And I let it drain into a plastic bowl, and that's what the mixture looked like. When I mixed this together with my vanilla protein, I only added 6 ice cubes this time, and it was very cinnamony. Very cinnamony. I really like cinnamon, but this was too much. And I love Fireball and Big Red, but that's for the weekend. For day 5, I actually made the mixture the night before. I used 2 tablespoons of the pumpkin pie spice, poured it into a quart jar, let it cool, and then mixed it together the next day. It's getting better. For my last experiment, I used 1 tablespoon of the pumpkin pie spice and 2.5 cups of water. The pumpkin pie spice is pretty expensive. I actually paid almost $5 for this at Winn-Dixie, which I thought was a little pricey. I was really hoping that the 1 tablespoon would be just enough. I did the same procedure. I poured it through, let it drain into a plastic bowl, let it cool off, put it in the mason jar overnight, and the next morning prepared my shake. This was great. This gave me just enough of the spice flavor and the vanilla flavor and the protein, and not any extra calories over what my vanilla protein shake would have anyway. Today was the last day of my pumpkin spice latte experiment, except today I didn't actually use any coffee in it. I just used the pumpkin spice
mixture and the vanilla protein. And I have to say, as much as I love coffee, as much as I love cinnamon, I really prefer the milder flavor of the last experiment. I actually drank half of the shake on the way to work with the ice cubes in it, and then left the other half of the shake in my car while I was at work, because it's 90 degrees here and I wanted to see what it would taste like warm. I know you're thinking, oh my God, that's gross, she's going to get like food poisoning or whatever, but I'm not. It was really good, both cold on the way to work, and it was really good warm on the way home from work. So my consensus for my experiment is I like the pumpkin spice vanilla protein shake better than the pumpkin spice latte. Thank you for watching. See you next time.